Real quick before we get started, this was actually a much longer video with a bunch of other models and a bunch of other stuff. I decided, you know what, it's pretty long as it is if I just go with my 3 favorite clean sounds, and we're gonna actually just do some of the other stuff in a later video. This preset will be probably in the exchange, and also I'll put a link to my website where you can download it. It's all free. This is my very first preset on the FM3. So you see me kind of fumble around with it a little bit, but I really love how the device sounds. And the other thing is also, I tend to program things kind of dry, and what sounded kind of wet through my speaker sounds pretty dry in the video. So if you do download this, know there's plenty of room for you to actually make this stuff a little bit wetter and have a little bit more depth with the reverb and the delays and stuff. All right, this is my first preset that I've done for the FM3. I'm pretty new to it. I've only had it for a few weeks. I'm not even really going to be using it live for any time soon. This was originally to record with, but I like it so much that I'm really thinking I'm going to head towards maybe either using this or getting an FM9 for gigs and getting rid of my huge pedal board and Sir Badger 30, which is, it's just a large rig, and I like the consistency and I like how this thing sounds. After decades of using amp modeling and all kinds of different amplifiers, this is the first one that actually feels good to me. And I hope that if I get a good FR cabinet, that will actually work into making my life on stage a little bit easier. So the guitar that we're using, it's my 1979 Tokai Springy Sound. It's got Seymour Duncan Antiquity 2 pickups, and it's got a Warmoth neck on it. So it's kind of a parts caster, but I like it. It's really good. The first sound we're going to deal with is the sound that will basically get what I like out of my 1970 Deluxe reverb that has a greenback in it. The model that I'm using is the Twin, which is, I guess, the double verb normal. And then the cabinet that I'm using is a 1x12, looks like a divided by 13 with an SM57. One thing that I've found is that most of the IRs that I like, for some reason, have SM57s on them. So I guess I have a thing. Okay, so I'm going to run through a couple sounds. I'm not going to talk over them. Here is the basically all the pickup selections on the guitar. All right, so pretty plain. To be honest, when I do my cover gig stuff, I usually use my Telecaster and a Les Paul, or I've got a couple other guitars depending on the kind of gig. This guitar doesn't really go out for those, but I really wanted something that I could get some really good identifiable sounds for me. So that's kind of why we're doing this with the Strat. I just really love the sound of this guitar, and I figured it would be a good starting point for my first preset. So that's the Twin. I got the little bit of reverb. I can wet it up with a little bit of delay here. So as far as delays go, I've got one mono tape delay, and I've got a digital delay. I really don't like a lot of delay going on in my sounds where they interfere with things. So this kind of works really good. I've got the delay and the reverb set parallel, so I have a lot of dry signal. Let's see, let's get rid of the delay. Compressors, I don't use compressors all the time. I know some people really like to have compressors on their clean sounds. Actually, I'll start off at the beginning. In this block, I've got the studio compressor. maybe with the neck pickup. I was messing around with the tube compressor. Let's see. The other one I like is the Dynacomp, but I really have this set up for another amp, but I'll kind of crank it here too. In real life, I'm not really in love with Dynacomps because I don't like how they feel like they pump. There's no dry signal. With this, I can actually mix it in with the dry signal, and I get the Dynacomp vibe. Right, and I get the attack of the note. For the drive block, I've got a tube screamer. BB preamp, I don't really use that. The tube driver. And kind of an EP boost kind of. Sounds like an Echoplex used as a preamp. More about the coloration. Couple quick on the modulation sounds. Chorus, dimension D, like the Roland one, I guess. Maybe let's put some of our mono delay in here just for some depth. Phaser's kind of a phase 90 kind of thing. And the last of the modulation that I've actually worked out is this phaser, kind of an electric mistress. The next amp that I really liked was the JTM 45 kind of sound, or the earlier Marshall. And on this one, I'm using a 4x12, 68 British pinstripe greenback kind of thing with an SM57. Let's get rid of the delay. I think like this one I like the Dynacomp on as kind of like the push. I like this one with the studio compressor. Actually, all the compressors. last amp I want to look at is just the Matchless Chieftain. Pretty cool. Let's give it a little bit of chorus and see what happens. I really haven't done much with drive pedals on this. Let's just see what happens. This might be a disaster.